everybody would put their shoes on like this.
Yeah.
Nobody would suffer from sciatica.
My name is Justine, and I'm a yoga teacher and a yoga therapist, which basically means I've studied a lot more and am an anatomy nerd. So that's part of my training. The other part of my training is I've had a lot of injuries. I've had 2 knee surgeries. I have degenerative disc through my spine, and I have lumbar disc damage. You can see the nerve. It's on the back sheet with the picture of the pelvis. You can see the SI joint in that picture. And then you can see the nerves and that big, thick nerve on that page. That's the sciatic nerve. The orange in this is the sciatic nerve. But this is the little bugger we're concerned with. It comes out of the sacrum. You can see where it comes through the holes of the sacrum. And then it binds into one big nerve. It's the biggest nerve in the body, the nerve of it. See these 2 muscles? This is our friendly or not so friendly piriformis. And the sciatic nerve runs through there in between the pelvis and that muscle, if you're lucky. In some people, it runs through the middle of the piriformis. So you can imagine when the piriformis tightens around that, that's even worse than if it's right next to it. So this is the pain in the butt muscle. So if you tend to have tighter hips, stick your butt back like you're almost pointing it back to the wall behind you. Okay. Then we're gonna bring, let's bring your right knee up. And if you have tight hips, scooch your other foot a little bit further away. That will limit how much the stress is. Keep that ankle flexed and you're gonna cross over. Flexing the ankle protects the knee on that side. From there, interlace your fingers around the knee and you're gonna pull that towards the opposite shoulder. Can you feel that in your high knee? Yeah. Going back and forth like this a few times will pump blood into that muscle, which is a good thing. It sounds creepy, but you want to get a little bit of circulation in it before you stretch it. Now, if you were to want to take that deeper, you can come axial extension. Notice how that might just tilting the pelvis forward, I can feel it more. Maybe a little bit more. Now we're going to put our third eye on the ground. Just kidding.
We'll put your third eye.
Yeah. And then I read an article that I just liked how they say it, because I'm always saying like, breathe as if your lung is in the tight part of your butt. And I read this article and it said, breathe as though you're blowing air into your lung, into your hip, like you're blowing up a balloon. The air isn't really going there, it's going into the lungs. But that visual, it helps me.
So are you saying that if you have sciatic pain, this would ease it?
Thank you, that's a great question. Yes. And go ahead and come up and we're gonna uncross. So she asked if you have sciatic pain, if this would ease it. That is, in my experience, the main culprit of sciatica is down here. However, true sciatica is defined from the lumbar spine where there's an impingement of one of these branches coming out. So it's very different treatments, but I find that even if that's your source, stretching the piriformis gives you extra relief. If it's from up here, lying in bed, hugging the knees into the chest, you would inhale, soften the belly. Exhale, pull the belly in as you draw both knees into the chest. And then inhale, release. Good. Back and forth. And what that does, it's kind of taking the discs, opening and closing, opening and closing. And it's almost like, I never know what this is called, like a hydraulic thing where you kind of pull and push, pull and push. That will imbibe the discs with fluid, which pumps them up a little, but it also increases circulation, and you're pulling these little vertebral bodies apart, and then they're coming back together. And linking that with the breath can help to break up some of that osteoarthritis. Close your eyes and see if you feel the difference between each butt cheek from that first stretch we did.
I do.
Yay.
I came in here with a tightness in here.
Yeah, good. Go yoga. Okay, we're gonna do the other side just for kicks and so that you can get, yeah. So pull your other leg up into your chest, and then you're gonna cross over. And remember, if it's super tight, you can scoot that bottom foot away and that will lower the angle. And then I'm a stickler for keeping your knees healthy, so keep that ankle flexed. And you're gonna pull that knee up and let it come down.
Is this just on one side, that what you're talking about?
No, we haven't, it's
Is it on both sides?
It's on both sides, so
Yeah.
this only has one
Okay.
half of it.
So you
I could
can
only
have it
afford
on
half
both
of it.
sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this would be a mirror, you know, a mirror image on the opposite side, this little,
Uh-huh.
mhm.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And then, if you're already at your edge and really feeling it, you can stay here, or you can lengthen, but remember, you want your pelvis to tilt forward. Can you? Yeah. Good. And the breath is the key. You know, we tend, when I say we, I mean me, typically if something's intense, I'll, but as much as we can remind ourselves, because it affects a lot, including the nervous system, and the nervous system, you know, will start to go, oh, warning, something's going on, I better tense up.
But I like that breathing into that muscle. It really feels like the air
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah. And when you're ready, coming up.